All right, welcome to this week's episode of Squat Watch. Every week we take a look at what companies are doing something positive to reduce their impact on climate change. And it's the 2nd of July today, which means it's the beginning of Plastic Free July. So let's have a plastic free special. I've massively upped my green game today. Normally I've got a couple of plants in the background, but it's so sunny this evening. I'm sat on my hammock in my garden. The neighbours are probably listening to me and thinking I'm mental, but that's fine. Don't worry, we're all here for a good cause. If you love a cup of tea, are you aware that a lot of tea bags actually have plastic in them? So I have a couple of brands that you need to look out for that have removed plastic from their packaging. Teabags, Pucker, Clipper, and some of Twinings, not all, but some of them. Also, Marks and Spencer's have said that they are going to remove all plastic from all tea bags by September 2019. So that's going to happen very soon too. You can also try loose leaf tea. My mother and father-in-law have one of those cool little tea strainers. Acting all posh when we come round. Would you like a strained tea? Yes, you would. It's plastic free, don't you know? There's been talk in the news recently that Morrisons and Boots are replacing plastic bags for paper bags in some of their stores, which is good because obviously they're reducing plastic. They're not doing it in all their stores, but it turns out that paper bags actually use up more energy than making plastic bags, so the carbon footprint actually isn't any better. Plus, we're cutting down trees to do it. So, without sounding too negative about it, the way forward really is just to reuse your bags. It's not that hard. Take your rucksack, take your sports bag, go into your kitchen or utility room and find one of the thousands of plastic bags you probably scrunched up and chucked somewhere. It is not about providing more bags for us. We really don't need them. Let's all take a stand and bring our own bags that we already use. Food prep. There's loads of parties, social occasions, barbecues going on at the moment, and cling film has normally been the go-to thing to wrap our food in, but it's so bad for the environment. It's single use, there's absolutely no way to recycle it. So Beeswax Wraps are definitely worth considering. Wax wraps is actually quite an old school way of wrapping our food. Obviously, plastic hasn't been around forever. So all it is a piece of organic material. It's been coated in wax and you can just wrap it with the warmth of your hands around anything. So big pieces, small pieces, put it on a box. You can even have a go at making your own. But if you're not very creative and can't be bothered to make them, quite frankly, then go to the Beeswax Wrap Company. They've got loads of designs. They're 100% natural. They're reusable. If you do something ridiculous to them and you can't reuse them, then they are compostable. Or apparently you can use them as firelighters if you are having a barbecue as well. The Beeswax Wrap Company. We need to talk about nappies. So there are estimated 3 billion dirty nappies thrown away every year in the UK alone. And according to Ethical Consumer, there is no such thing as 100% biodegradable nappy. Think of all those nappies honking in landfill. It is so bad, it actually blows my mind. Now, I'm not a parent, so I cannot fully empathise with how convenient this is, especially if you're out juggling other children and life's a bit hectic. But there are lots and lots of reusable nappy brands out there now, and there's loads more people using them. I was actually having a conversation with my friend Connor today about how him and his wife have only ever used reusable nappies, and they're just completely used to it. They're not stressed by it whatsoever. There's arguments to suggest that reusable nappies are more expensive than disposable nappies, but they've done the maths, and actually over a child's nappy lifetime, you probably save about 500 quid in total. So yeah, the upfront costs are there, but the total costs are much more expensive than reusable nappies. Did you know that some councils have actually got an incentive to encourage people to use reusable nappies? All you have to do is go to a website called fillyourpants.com, brilliant name, and see if your local council offers any sort of vouchers or any free stuff to help incentivise you. Brighton and Hove are not on the list. So anybody watching this from Brighton and Hove Council, we need this incentive. We need more people to stop throwing away nappies. And finally, on a very happy note, is there someone in your local community that deserves a plastic-free award? Surfers Against Sewage are asking us to reach out to them to nominate someone who's a bit of a plastic-free hero. It could be a local shop that has made it possible for you to buy plastic-free produce and products. It could be your own child who's gone into their school and started encouraging their classmates and their teachers to make plastic-free choices. It could be someone who you see on the street every day picking up litter or doing beach cleans. It's all about celebrating the people that are going the extra mile. So all you've got to do is search Plastic-Free Awards, Surfers Against Sewage, and make your nomination. You might already know, but I have a podcast series called Sustainable Squad, and my most recent episode features a chap called Steve from Brighton and Hove Wood Recycling, aka The Wood Store. So through prepping for the podcast, I actually worked out that in the UK, around 60% of all landfill comes from construction and demolition and building sites. So what Steve and the team do is they go to big developments and building sites, and they collect timber that would normally just get chucked in landfill. So this timber can be reused again. They might turn it into different products like benches and shelves, or they might just clean it up, take the nails out and put it out again to be used as timber. They're part of the wood recycling community, so there's 32 of these types of businesses all across the UK. And if you're considering doing a house renovation, or maybe you or someone you know works on a building site or is a carpenter, you could save yourself 40% if you book these guys to come and collect your timber rather than using a skip. So it's well worth investigating. Just look up Sustainable Squad if you want to hear the interview. That's it for this week, but throughout July, because it is Plastic Free July, this is going to be the running theme. Please do share with me any fantastic companies that you've come across or any shocking facts that we all should know about, and I'll feature it in another episode. See you later.